I said that you got more.
Министерство обороны.
Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov claimed Monday that NATO is already at war with Russia, accusing the alliance of providing both direct and indirect support to Kyiv in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Dmitry Peskov, spokesman for Russian President Vladimir Putin.
NATO is at war with Russia. NATO is at war with Russia, this is obvious, and does not require any additional evidence. NATO is de facto involved in this war. NATO provides both indirect and direct support to the Kyiv regime. Therefore, we can say with absolute certainty that NATO is at war with Russia.
Peskov emphasized that this involvement makes NATO a de facto participant, framing the Western alliance not as a defensive partner, but as an active belligerent against Russia. He accused the Ukrainian government of showing no flexibility in negotiations, describing calls for high-level meetings as primarily emotional gestures with little intent to resolve the crisis.
There is no flexibility in the Ukrainian position. There is no readiness by the Kyiv regime to start a serious discussion. There are only calls for an immediate meeting, but they are rather aimed at emotional effect, because a meeting held without preparations will be absolutely useless.
Despite these criticisms, Peskov maintained that Russia remains ready to pursue political and diplomatic solutions to the Ukrainian conflict, blaming Kyiv for artificially delaying progress. The Kremlin spokesman also criticized European nations, accusing them of interfering without addressing the conflict's root causes, portraying Russia as the rational actor seeking resolution. Peskov warned that any high-level summit or meeting without thorough expert-level preparation would be absolutely useless, signaling that Russia will only engage on terms that respect its priorities.
Any such meetings, any high-level contacts, must be well prepared to cement the work done in advance on expert level. Neither the Kyiv regime nor the Europeans have readiness to deal with it.
With NATO continuing its support for Kyiv and deploying forces in Eastern Europe, Peskov's remarks highlight a hardened Russian stance and the growing risk of direct confrontation between Moscow and the alliance.